What's up everybody, G here, VP of Content, fitnessinformant.com, here today for another review. Today we are looking at Muscle Feast 100% grass-fed hormone-free whey. We're getting into what this grass-fed hormone-free means, whether it's even beneficial, and what you can expect from this product, the effectiveness, the value, the mixability, and the taste. Let's not waste your time. Let's get into this review. Let's go. So starting off with the profile, this is actually a protein blend. This starts us off with Whey Protein Concentrate, Whey Protein Isolate, and Hydrolyzed Whey Protein. Hydrolyzed whey and isolate whey are very, as you could say, like stripped down sources of whey protein. They have a lot of the fat and the sugar stripped out of them, the lactose. Concentrate is also filtered from in the cheese production. However, there's not, because they're in a blend, you kind of negate any of the benefits from isolate and hydrolyzed whey from it. And honestly, we don't really think that just because something's digested faster, it's not going to make it any better necessarily. Either way, it's not a bad blend. That's not taking anything away from it. Whey protein is still a solid source. In fact, whey protein concentrate, if your body can handle it well, if you can stomach the lactose, it's probably better to go with anyway, as there's still a lot of that protein is intact. It's not as denatured as the isolate or hydrolyzed whey. As for the grass-fed part, grass-fed cows typically have better omega-3 content in them, and that's great with a whey protein concentrate because that means that the fat in there is probably better for you. However, when you do strip it down, especially if you do strip down whey protein, like especially in isolate and hydrolyzed whey, you get rid of any of that healthy fat that's in there. So grass-fed is kind of just a term that companies throw on there that can make it seem healthier. The benefit to it though, however, is if you want your dairy sources to come from cows that are quote unquote happy, live a natural grass-fed life, if you want to call it that, then it's a solid product. Then if that is of concern to you, then that's the one, like this might be a protein worth looking into. So also let's go over the macros quickly. One scoop gives you 19 grams of protein, which is slightly below the average 25 grams, but still, if you're worried about 5 grams of protein in your diet, I mean, that's pretty easy to make up and you might be overthinking it. 1.2 grams, 1.1 of those from sugar. This is probably lactose. That's fine, that's very lean, that's on par with any isolates and even some hydrolyzed whey proteins out there. Finally, 1.7 grams of fat. This is also very lean, this is very low fat. Again, if it was filtered more, if it was just isolate hydrolyzed, that'd probably be lower. But again, if you're worried about 1.7 grams of fat, you are probably overthinking it, in my opinion at least. One other thing we have to say is that this is naturally flavored. Muscle Feast does this a lot. They do not like to use artificial sweeteners, which we will get to in the flavor section of this, and that might be the only drawback, depending on who you ask. So as for effectiveness, this is the most important category, I guess, for any protein or any supplement in general. The issue with protein powder is it's hard to rate the effectiveness. It's not gonna pack on pounds. It's just a convenient source of protein. You wanna eat chicken or do you wanna drink protein powder? Depends on how much you've eaten throughout the day. It's just a convenient source it's just an easy drinkable source of protein. Either way, you can rate the effectiveness, I guess, on digestion, and me personally and some of our other users, we don't have any issues with whey. I noticed no stomach issues, no bloating, no other digestive issues, so to speak, no gas. So I had no issue. Ryan didn't either, at least he didn't report it to me. So overall, solid. This will also depend on who you are, if you're allergic to dairy, if you're lactose intolerant. So that's gonna be up to you to experiment with and decide whether this is worth even trying for yourself. Okay, so now we get into the taste. We have the chocolate flavor, and it's naturally flavored, so it's not gonna taste as good as many other chocolates on the market that are filled with sucralose. Muscle Feast always does natural flavors. That's their thing. There's a market for it, so if you don't like artificial sweeteners, if you like to avoid those, this may be worth going for. It still tastes good. I enjoyed it. I can put it in a smoothie. I could just drink it straight. No big deal to me. Chug it down if you don't really like it. It takes like 2 seconds to chug it down. You can handle that. Either way, it's not bad. I'd probably give it anywhere in the 7.5, 7.8 out of 10 in terms of flavor, especially for a naturally flavored product. But with everything that tastes good out there, you get the idea. As for now, we come to the mixability. As you're seeing here, those nice hands taking a scoop out, mixing it in our ice shaker cup, closing the lid, mixing it up, and it mixes fairly well. There's very rarely do we get a clump. Yeah, not much to say here. Mixes well. You see me opening the cap, shaking it up, or pouring it out, and it's fine. No issue to speak of. Slight foam, but that goes away. All right, let's move on. Not much to complain about there. Next, we get to value. The value on this is really awesome. Granted, it's less than the 20-25 grams of protein like per serving on the average on the market. 19 is still close enough to 20 in my opinion. Round it up. It's around 60 cents per serving. You can get it for about $27 directly from their website. Coupon code informant saves you 10% off. It's for a roughly 60, I believe 67 cents per serving. This is a great deal. If you don't mind like it not having that, if you don't mind naturally flavored products and you're trying to save some money, this is a great option to go with. Yeah, not much to say there. Solid deal, and we love that about Muscle Feast. They know how to, they really treat their customers well. So overall, this is a solid source of protein. Yes, it's naturally flavored, so the flavor's not gonna be as good as some of the other great brands on the market, but the value is great, mixability is great, taste is acceptable, the profile is solid, and it's coming from a good small business that we actually really love here on Fitness Informed. So either way, be sure to check out the written reviews. Also, like this video, subscribe to us on YouTube, check out the website.